Today's video is a little bit different because I'm sharing this mainly for my HR colleagues. Now, I was asked the question recently, how would I recruit for a difficult position? And I've done it before, but I've never had the opportunity to really articulate the strategy that I use. And I thought it would be important for me to share that strategy. So some time ago, I spent about 4 months trying to recruit for a vacancy where the skill set was not in the Caribbean region. Additionally, persons who were equipped with that knowledge or that expertise were from North America. However, they would not have the specific experience that would make them effective in the Caribbean context. Experience tied with knowledge, let me just put that out there. So in other words, the content they would have learned from school, the qualifications they would have amassed would not be relevant for the Caribbean region, relevant for the role, but it would make them incapable of effectively serving if they came to a country like Jamaica or Barbados or Trinidad. So what I did is that I hired someone who had the technical the theoretical know-how, but not the technical know-how. And what eventually happened is the person came on and did well. So when I was recruiting for the position, and I'll share with you now, interviewed and shortlisted about 3 candidates. Then I put together a plan of how much time, effort, money it would take to train each candidate. All 3 were quite good, but we had to look at what we were investing in this individual before we decided to make them an offer. Once the offer was made, then we prepared the person for a path of training. And additionally, I identified that it would take us about 5 years to bring them up to speed. And in that 5-year period, there was a possibility, because it was the first time someone was recruiting for this role in the Caribbean region, that another company would poach them. So what I did is that I went around to institutions that offered a similar program and reached out to them for an internship, a 3-year internship plan, where so every year during the summer, their students would come to the company, work and train with this individual, and there would be a knowledge sharing. They would be brought up to speed with the technical competencies they needed if they were coming to work for our company. And then at the end of that 3-year program, I put a plan in place in my manpower plan to facilitate the hiring of an assistant for this person. What it meant is that I was not only putting something in place for the individual that we recruited, but I was making preparations for future vacancies if that person wanted to move on or move up in the organization. I also spent time engaging with the local institutions to say, okay, you need to add this to your curriculum, you need to add this program, and I put them onto other institutions globally so that they could learn the best practices and see how they could adopt the program into their offerings. And one institution did take it up. They're doing really well with it now. But I just shared all of that to let you know that when you're recruiting for a difficult position, once you hire that candidate or you make the decision to hire, the work continues, because you also need to include it into your employer branding, how you attract future candidates of that same nature to your company, how you manage those who were rejected, how you manage the communication and relationship with them, because there's no guarantee that the person you selected is going to work out. And finally, how you incorporate your future plans into your manpower planning. So the recruitment has ended. What is going to happen later on if this person decides to leave or decides to go? Or maybe you're hiring somebody that is a little closer to retirement age than you would like. So what plans are you putting in place to ensure that you have a future pipeline of candidates to choose from? Not just from around the world, but specifically within your country and within your region. Because remember, when you're recruiting as an HR professional in this day and age, you're not just doing it for yourself, but you are doing it for other companies. Because invariably, the person, if or when they leave your company, they're going somewhere else. Or you might have an HR colleague who is searching for the same talent. And if you had that challenge, you definitely wouldn't want someone else to have the same challenge going forward. So when you're recruiting, think long-term, think global, think regional. Thank you. Feel free to share your feedback and comments and thoughts on this video. If you have other experiences or other strategies or techniques that you would recommend when recruiting for difficult roles, feel free to share it with me. I'd love to hear about it. Have a great day.